So one of the discussions that my guru and I had about why it was taboo to teach women, especially under the age of 50, or why it was a tricky subject to teach women. It wasn't undone. People didn't like to talk about it. It was something that people didn't want to discuss with other people because women were women. And if they had women, asking about women is very rude. That it seems to, I think it's more pervasive than people talk about. But the issue is that women, they had to deal with the minstrel hut women. And they were Zoroastrian, and they were maintaining society. The men were not strong enough to survive on their own. And that they had privileges and things like that. And there were some women they called the lazy women who hadn't done their duty when their firstborn was there. And so they were considered untrustworthy for life. And their test was, you kill your firstborn, you're in the group. But there were different levels of the group. They tell you you'll be part of the leadership, but you won't. And every member of that group, even though they call them wives publicly, would turn tricks. So these men noticed the difference with that. A lot of these men had wives in their house that they never touched. You can call yourself whatever you want to, but I'm not into that. And they would fulfill their responsibilities as roommates. They would call her the mother of any children they brought into the house, or let her bring the children in and call him the father. And that was their agreement. My guru and I didn't have a house in that nature because I was a lazy girl. Now, not all lazy girls are the same, but these lazy girls are the group from which they would choose their mudras. And they would let you do anything you want with your wife as long as it was a business agreement. You could negotiate for their wife. You could not negotiate for their mudra. If you got involved with their mudra, you became part of their property. So if you were already part of the property, it might be part of the life cycle, but it would be a foundational changing experience. It would be the reason why pants were not enough and you had to be a neat gentleman. And that is something that you got to understand is what sets apart people ongoing in the leadership in communities like this from now on.